Hello, everyone. We are looking at the chart of Nifty right here. Actually, I haven't done these videos in a couple of weeks, and there's a good reason for that. I was just holding off and watching the last video that I did, the last list of stocks that I did. There's 5 or 6 of them, and or 6 or 7 of them. And but I thought I would do a review of the same ones and watch how they have fared in the last few weeks. Okay, so look carefully here at Nifty, and what's happened is it has finally gone above several levels, and of course it broke through this 17,609 level, and then went back. It went up and then came back down and retested. And last Friday, it made a move back up. You see that, and you can also see that the wick on the top of the candle, a little bit of profit taking at the end of the day. That's probably what that is. Otherwise, I have to look at the hourly chart to really tell when that pullback happened. But it doesn't really matter. But that's usually what happens. Okay, and you can also see that the moving averages are looking positive all of a sudden. But keep in mind that we could face a move up, and then once you get to this level, this all-time high, you could have some more consolidation or even a rejection like what we experienced here. Okay, but this was quite unusual to reject and go back all the way down that much. It's quite unusual, but let's see what happens. Okay, so watch carefully. Please make sure that you open your trading view charts and take a look at Nifty and draw your support resistance levels, and put in the moving averages of the 20 and the 60. Some people like to use the 50. It seems to be more popular, and I don't find much of a difference. And some people also like to add the 200 along with that, all right, giving a longer range. All right, here are the lists that I had gone through. First one was ITC. And with ITC, I had done a triangle pattern, and I'm waiting for that. All right, where is it? Yeah, okay, I had done somewhat of a triangle pattern right here that I had noticed, this line here, and maybe I could even remove these extra lines here to make it more clear and visible. These lines are really not necessary at this point, so I'll get rid of those so you can see the actual triangle. See that? Okay, right there. And look, so with this triangle pattern, so the idea that I'm trying to share is that what's happening is there's a price fluctuation that is big at this point, okay? And then as we get closer to this, the narrow end of the triangle, look what's happening. That price fluctuation gets narrower and narrower, okay? So there's kind of like a kind of a squeezing effect, and making this thing burst out. And look what happened. The moving averages turned positive, and the stock price continued to go up consistently, except for a few days that were in the red. Look at that. Look at this. 2 days it went down, but then it came right back up. Look at that. It came right back up. And then we had this resistance of 264.05. See that? And it shot through that. Now, that was last Friday, and we want to see what happens this this Monday, because often, once it goes through that resistance level, there could be kind of a retrace, and then we'll wait for a confirmation to see what happens. Now, that's ITC. All right, so there seems to be a really nice move, and look at that 16% move right there with ITC, and just in a couple of well, how much time was that? Let me just look at. Here's how we can check. This is beneficial for all of you to see as well. And the breakout happened from this point right here. So that was March 10th, okay? So March 10th, that's within a month. Yeah, about exactly 1 month time or less. Look at that, 16% in 1 month. Not bad at all, really good, okay? If you put your money in the bank, you might get 5% for the whole year. This one was 16% in 1 month, okay? Fabulous. All right, next one is Tata Consumer Products. All right, same thing. or something similar. I had done a triangle pattern right there. And with that triangle, look what we're seeing here. Yeah, see that? Again, there's a squeeze in the price fluctuations, and then it broke out from there. Although there was some retracement back here on the end of March, several days of going down, but then it went right back up and recovered all those losses. Look where it stands. Again, 16.18%. That also about 16%. Okay, probably less. If we take it from the point where it took off right there afterwards with a little confirmation, yeah, 15%, not bad. Still, we're looking at about a 15% gain right there. Okay, very nice. That was Tata Consumer. Look at the benefit of these triangle patterns. I'm, you know, as all of you know, I'm also learning with you and trying out these different patterns and systems, and this seems to work out really good. All right, now NDL. Okay, NDL. There wasn't a triangle pattern or anything I was watching out for with NDL, but I was just looking at the strong positive up move that we were seeing for a very long time after the breakout from May 2021. Look at that. May 2021 onwards, there was a very consistent move of the 20-day moving average staying above the 60, except for a short time in October 2021, just a short time, at about a few weeks time. And then it shot right back up again. Look at that. And continued that move up all the way, look at that, all the way through till April 2022. Now, if we were to take just, even if we, let's look at how much of a gain from this point right here, where we began to see that move. Look at that. Look at the percentage, 487%. Okay, NDL, 480%. That's like crazy. Okay, 480% from May 2021, okay, till right now, April. Look at that. 487% increase in price in that one. Unbelievable. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. All right, now let's go to that point where there was a move down from the moving averages, and even there, that's still from there till now 165%. Okay, so even looking at just the moving averages, if you're willing to be patient for a few weeks to a few months, look at that. You get some really nice moves with this 20 moving average and the 60 moving average. Okay. All right. And then you saw that the moving average is just staying consistent. All right. And continue to move up that way. All right. Next one I was looking at is Canara Bank. Again, with Canara Bank also, I had drawn a triangle pattern. And with the triangle pattern, look at this. And where the breakout took off, then there was some consolidation. But if you had stayed in it, that would have been 18% right there. In a short time, we're looking at 18%. Let's see, from March 10th, all right, till April 10th, right? So that's about 1 month, 18%. Look at that, 1 month, 18%. Okay. Now the chart doesn't look very fancy or anything, but that's what we saw. Okay, with the triangle pattern. Very nice. All right. Now, oil. This is one that I had drawn a triangle pattern, and I talked about it, and we had some conversations about it. Some of you might remember. And I said, look at this. If it goes all the way to the all-time high, we're looking at 34%, but it never did it. Look at that. It broke out from here, and it just kept consolidating all the way through. So what does that mean? Well, I think I'm still going to watch it carefully and see what happens. Okay. Now, people that draw these triangle patterns on a consistent basis, what they often do is they will come here and draw another line here and try to see if there's a move from here as well. Okay, that's another possibility, because you're getting at least 3 touches in the price range here on the trend line. You see that? Okay, 3 touches still right there, and that's another possibility. And wait for this to break out from here. All right. Now, some of you might think, come on, you're just drawing lines, and Well, actually, what is happening is that the market is not any inhuman thing. It's a very human thing. It's people's reactions, and so the prices coming together like this. What that means is every time there's a sale, there's a buyer and there's a seller, and there's like a conversation going on of how much they're willing to, to buy, to give, and the buyer and the seller discussion. So between that, what's happening here is that discussion is getting too tight. Okay, in other words, the seller says, I want this much. The buyer says, no, I'll only give this much. Now here, the range is higher. See, that's what I'm trying to say. The range is higher at this point, but then here the range is getting very tight, where it's getting to that point of indecision. They're not able to decide, okay, the buyers nor the sellers. So there's going to be a breakout right here or a breakdown, either a breakout going up or a breakdown coming down like this. So it's hard to tell. So what I'll do is I'll wait until I see a breakout here and then wait for kind of a retracement and a confirmation. Once I see a confirmation, I'll jump in at that point with oil and see what happens, all right? Cipla is another one that I was observing, and let's see what happened with Cipla. Not much, right? But there also, I was looking at this this shift here, okay, and the breakout from the all-time high. All right, look at that. From the all-time high, it made 7.9%. Look at that. From that all-time high, the breakout had gone all the way up to 7.9%, but then it came back down again. All right. So yeah, so that's really not much to say, but just a little bit. But if we look at where this ended up, that doesn't do much, right? That's not much there. All right. Then the last one is IOC, Indian Oil Corporation. All right. This one also, I had done a triangle pattern and trying to see what kind of a benefit we would have had. Look at that. We're looking at about 7.37%. Okay. In how much time? Well, in about 10 days. Yeah. In about 10 days or less. Yeah, about 10 days. In about 10 days, that was 7.37%. Look at that. But if you had gotten in at this breakout point right here, but see, there's a, it's hard to tell here. It's just consolidated, okay? But if you took this breakout right here, still you're looking at about 7 or 8% profit right there, okay? All right, so what does this mean? Well, this means that these triangle patterns really look good, but they're tough to find. You gotta search through lots of charts to really find them. But if you find a few and stick with them, and keep them in your watch list and observe them carefully, and you find a good breakout, that would be a point that you could jump in. All right. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you enjoy these videos that I'm doing. And if you've got any questions, comments, or anything, please put it in the comments below, and we can talk about it. If there's any videos that you would like for me to do, and if I can find time for it, I would love to do it. All right. And some of you have been continuing to ask me about the day trading videos. I will do it, but I'm learning some new things. I'm getting better at it myself. And I began last September searching out different methods, 2 or 3. And I'm still continuing to observe all 2 or 3 methods and practice them. Let's see, hopefully by this coming September, I should be able to begin to feel like I'm making a profit there. I will wait until I'm making consistent profits, and then I'll begin doing those videos on day trading, all right? So far, not much consistency in my profits, but there is consistency in my losses. What that means is I'm losing only small amounts, and I'm consistent with the smallness of my losses. That's the key for day trading. You don't want to make big losses. You want to make losses are inevitable, but if you can keep your losses very small, then you're on safe ground. Because when you do make the profits, the profits often can overpower all your losses. So day trading and swing trading is quite different, but I'm learning, and let me get some practice under my belt, and then I'll love to share with you. All right, have a good day. God bless you, and Yes, thank you. Bye now.